And I didn't know what was happening. I just held on to the light. My eyes were closed. I held on to the light. And a love enveloped me. It was a love unlike anything I'd ever experienced. It wasn't a human love. It was an exalted love. And it poured into my body, into my cells and my heart. It went into all my nooks and crannies, the places where I was afraid, the places where I was holding guilt and shame and powerlessness. And I just burst into tears and I couldn't stop crying. And the love just stayed for a very, very long time. And when it ended, I knew I'd received a divine healing. What had been broken, whatever felt unworthy and unloved, had been healed. And what remained was only my realizing and accepting that and believing that. And what remained was only for me to change my story of who I was as a woman and what's possible for healing. And what remained was for me to know that I'm sacred. And later, I realized and learned that Fatima was another name for Mother Mary. So she's been coming to me for the past 10 years. She's been coming to me in my meditations. I feel her very, very high energy. I'm surrounded by a deep sense of peace. I'm shown visions, and I receive downloads and guidance about my life, myself, my work, and the divine feminine. And it's very gentle. She's exquisitely sensitive, but she's also very firm. She's told me that I fought her a lot because I always want to know with my mind, so it's very skeptical. And but she has really been guiding me, and my work now is to help women connect with the divine feminine, whatever the divine feminine is. It doesn't have to be Mother Mary. Part of my skepticism was I'm Hindu. I'm from India. I'm a brown woman, and I didn't understand why this Catholic white figure was coming to me. But the whole purpose of her coming to me is, from not just for me, but she wants all women to know
not just
that they can
she wants all women to know
a sacred relationship with her. So I will now read a channel message from her.
About this.
There is room for all who come to me, all who will call my name, all who seek to approach me and ask. All you need to do is ask, and I am there as your Holy Mother, just for you, for all time, in every way, in more ways than you can imagine. I'm not here only for the Christians or the Catholics. Do not be separated from me by the walls of religion. They are not my walls. I am the mother of all. I give to all. Do not believe the words that you've been told that I'm only for a few. I reign supreme in heaven as the Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine. Let go of any beliefs and messages, edicts, even from priests most high, that tell you so, that keep you from me. Do not listen to those, for they are false and false separations. I'm here for all, for every woman, for every little girl. No matter what your age, for every one of you has a little girl in you, no matter how old you are. I'm here for all as the sun is for you, as the wind is for you, as the oceans are for you, as fire is for you, as music is for you. No one can keep you from me except these false beliefs and segregations over time. It's the end of that message. So now I want to talk about the goddess. Who is the goddess? And let's see here. Okay. So who is the goddess? She is the feminine face of God. Centuries ago, the world was matriarchal. People honored, knew, and worshiped the goddess. She was part of their everyday life. They were aligned with the rhythms of Mother Earth. But over centuries, as the world shifted to become patriarchal, most people have forgotten her, including religions. Many religions talk about the masculine god, but not about the goddess. So we look to the great goddess traditions of India, Egypt, and Greece, where she is Gaia, or Mother Earth, Mahalakshmi, Isis, Venus, Aphrodite, Kali, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. And there are many others. She has many names. Each name describes different qualities and aspects of her. The goddess is the beginning of all. She is all, and she is the end of all. She is the great mother, the great creatrix, nurturer, and nourisher. She is the great sustainer of life and form, and she's the great destructress. From her womb, she births creations upon creations, universes upon universes, cycles not just of time and space, but of the grand rhythms, harmonies, and vibrations of all that is, all that was, and all that is to be. She is everywhere, not just in temples or churches, but all around you, in the air you breathe, in the water you drink, in the food you eat, in all that you love and enjoy. We are in the goddess, and she is in us. You are inseparable from her, and she from you. Your body has come from her. Your body is her. She is a web of light. She is a web of love. Everything is a web of her, and that is the goddess matrix. In the goddess tradition of India, Tantra, she has many names. She is Devi, the cosmic queen, the one who births, sustains, and destroys. Her motherhood is a ceaseless creation. As Bhuvaneshwari, she's body of the world. As Mahalakshmi, she's eternal beauty, divine harmonies, and the magic that creates and holds everything together. As Mahasaraswati, she's the order, perfection, science, and work behind everything. As Kameshwari, she's the goddess of desire, intoxicated with delight and sexuality. As Mahakali, she is force, strength, and fierceness. She's an overwhelming intensity, a mighty passion of force to achieve, a divine violence that shatters every limit and obstacle. She is Divine Mother. Our deepest wound as humans is our disconnection from our Divine Mother. She is healer. When you know you are divinely loved, you heal. And she is teacher. She peels away all the ways you subconsciously and unconsciously deny, desecrate, and dismiss yourself as sacred. She will lead you into the sanctuary, into the temple of your heart. There, she shows you that you are the divine feminine. There are three things she wants you to know. The first is that you can have a sacred relationship with her. that she is available to you anywhere, at any time, in any form that you choose. You see the form of Mother Mary here, but any form of the divine feminine that you are drawn to can be your divine mother. The second thing she wants you to know is that you need to ask. I know that I had a false perception of the sacred, that why didn't the sacred just come down and take care of things, not just in my life, but on the planet. But what she has said again and again is that we need to ask, that it is a free will choice to build and cultivate a relationship with her. And when you do, you can receive her divine love. You are loved, of course you are, but even higher levels of love and her personal guidance are available to you when you ask. The third thing she wants you to know is that your heart is a sacred portal to who you are, to all that you need, so that you may know yourself as a divine being. And there are many other things, of course, that she teaches, but today we just have an hour, so we will talk a little bit about these. I will now read a channeled message from her. The heart is where everything lies. Your heart is where everything awaits you. All your desires, your aspirations, your intentions, you're becoming all that you are as a divine feminine. And yes, each and every one of you is the divine feminine, no less than I, Mother Mary. The way to her within you is through your heart, through your sacred heart. Your heart is a portal, a gate, an opening, a doorway. And when you choose to open that door and step through it, into it, you discover a completely new world and universe. A place where you are entirely and utterly free from everything that pains and challenges you and limits you on this side. There you are vaster than the oceans. There you are vast as everything. Through that door of your heart, you become everything. You will no longer be separate, not only from within yourself, but from every throbbing cell of all the universes. Through that door, you become your God self and your goddess self. You are holy. Excuse me. You are divine, and that cannot be fully known on this side of the door. Through that door, your beauty is staggering, and even I gasp to see you. Your gifts pour from you like streams. Your eyes are jewels. Your ears hear the songs of angels. Your nose inhales the perfumes of bliss and pleasure and beauty. And your mouth sings the song of your soul that only and only you can sing, out loud, out sweet, out strong. Creative, true, powerful, and exceptionally sacred. There you know no falsity. There you're not submitting or subscribe to the lies and illusions and falsities that are in this dimension. For that is the biggest lie of all that this dimension holds you grip to, that you are not divine. But I, as Mary, was like you once, and I learned and practiced to step through that door every moment of my life as much as I possibly could. I went within to seek my next step, even though the way was hard, even though it called for every drop of blood from me. And as you know, the tears, the supreme suffering and pain for my son and for humanity. But still, even though the way be hard, as it is hard for you all on your planet at this time, there are paths out, through, and from it into the new world. And I know that because you are here. Every one of you is on that journey for yourself, as well as part of that journey for others. In whatever form, in whatever way. This is not about being big and a star as the clouds of fame pull on you on this side. You can be simple and know only a few people, yet your reach be far and wide. That is the power of your heart. It goes beyond time and space. It is not limited to location. What you feel and want for another person on the other end of the earth will come to pass. Do not doubt that. You are that strong. You are that powerful. Know it. And you, as women, are the grand creators of tomorrow. You, as women, hold the torches, will light the way for others. This is the time of the feminine. The time has come to no longer be second, to no longer be less than, to no longer be under, but to come out and bring your sisters out from where they are in their ways, to know who they are as the divine feminine. That is the grand journey of you all.
Okay.
And you're not alone.
Thank you.
There are many beings on the other side of the veil whom you may not see, but the ones you call to at night when you're troubled, or scared, or lost, and don't know your way. We're right there with you, pouring our love, our strength, and whispers into your ears and your heart. We cannot do it for you, but we can and do guide you. We speak to you in your dreams. So know that we are no further than the hair on your head. But you need to ask us. You need to call out to us. You need to say, I am here, beloved. Come to me. In whatever form you seek, the divine feminine or masculine. But we're saying feminine because we are the feminine here now. Religion matters not. Tradition matters not. Country and culture matter not at this time. What matters supremely and only now and for all of humanity is your heart. For too long you have lived the way of the mind. For too long you have lived the way of the ego. For too long you have lived the way of the material, seeking outside of you what actually lives and breathes and pulses within you. There is no peace in the marketplace. There is no success in the eyes of others. There is no fame or glory in the newspapers or the magazines or even social media.
It's not recording.
The direction has changed. The winds have changed as though you were sailing in one direction going west, and now you must go east, because that is where and how the wind is blowing. And it is blowing you in a different direction. So the time has come, my daughters, to turn your sails, to set your sails whither the wind blows, and it will blow you in a different direction from everybody else. For your ship can only be sailed by you. Nobody is teacher now. Nobody else is priest. Look to yourselves for all you have. Look to yourselves for all you have looked to others to for all of time. This is the grand equalizing, and we especially care for those who have been persecuted, and traumatized and oppressed. And that is all women. It does not matter where you reside in the world, but you have the veins of patriarchy running through you and running you. The time has come to fling those off, to pull them out of you, to throw those threads away from your cells, from your bodies, from your minds, from your DNA even. And to look with new eyes, listen with new ears. Turn your face in new directions to the sun, to the moon, to the stars, to the trees, to the creatures that wander around you, and to Mother Earth. Man-made paradigms are going to fall. Man-made castles in the air are going to collapse. Man-made falsities are going to be disrobed and burned. So much has been built on the foundation of ego and power over others. But this is the turnaround time to go within, to step towards that door in your heart where only you can listen. For your heart will speak only to you. It is a solitary journey, but you're not alone. Your sisters are with you, and we are always with you, waiting for you to turn to go within. Know that on this journey, on this beautiful journey towards the light, the beautiful divine light that you are, we walk beside you with lamps and candles and song and dance for every step you take. We sit with you when you're weary. We sing to you when you're sad. And we stroke your cheek when you know not where to place your next step. But we also whisper to you possible directions. For that is all we can do. The choice is yours. Every breath is a choice. Every thought is a choice. But when you ask us, we come down in hordes to make it happen. For we are wielders of magic and miracles.
On this big screen.
These are but child's play for us. You are yet to come to know that for yourselves, and you will. There is great magic through that door. There are great miracles to be had, the kind of which your world has never seen. And know that this world is not without pleasure or comfort or abundance. The peace you long for, the fulfillment you desire, the expression of your gifts, of you, await you. In her soul, every woman longs to be as beautiful as she can be because she knows she is. In her body, a woman longs to know pleasure and ecstasy and delight because that's what
Send me a
the Father
message
is
right
here
now. I
for.
can't do it for the next 25
And in
minutes.
her mind, she wants to know joy and dignity and wisdom and truth, the real truth of who she is.
Saturday.
Your longing to be the fullest expression of you is what we hold most in our hearts
Okay.
for you. Know that we love you. Know that we see you every moment of your waking day and sleeping night, in more ways than you know yourself even.
Saturday.
We cherish all that you are now and all that you will discover yourselves to be. We honor you. We are proud of you. We are your mothers and your sisters, your guides and your teachers. There is nothing that gives us more delight than to celebrate you and mother you, and for you to heal in all the ways you've been wounded in this and other lifetimes. So know that you are our daughters, and we are so proud of everything you do. There's a little bit more work to be done to cast off the false stories, so you may know yourself in the ways we see you and know who you are. Beautiful lights, stars, radiant flowers, songs of the universe, exquisite beings, brave hearts, powerful minds, truth tellers. So, go, beloved ones, be fierce, be strong, be brave. You will get through this time. You will find your way. It is a grand adventure that your planet is on, and there are so many beings on this side, watching, helping you move forward. We send you our love from our hearts. May you find peace and rest. We love you. Blessings. So that is a channeling of her. And now I want to just talk about or share a couple of practices with you. The first practice is called the sacred gaze. Let me get to that screen. So for this practice, it is to gaze upon the divine feminine. So choose a picture or a statue that you have, and there's one up here, and there will be a few more. And this is a practice from Hinduism, where I'm sure all of you have pictures of the divine feminine somewhere. And they're not just ornaments, they're much more. There's a way that you can develop your communion with them, with your gaze. So if you would just take a moment to do that now, to stop everything else that you're doing and soften your gaze and allow yourself to notice and acknowledge her qualities. And I have up here some images for you. Choose an image that calls to you and allow your focus to just focus on that particular image, letting the others blur out, and really take in the image. Notice the qualities